What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? So we got a unexpected, unusual green type of day today when Epstein coin is going to close again below the 50-week moving average. Epstein coin, right? Okay, Bitcoin. But yeah, jokes aside, yeah, I think that it is kind of strange because once Bitcoin closes below the 50-week moving average for 2 weeks in a row, it solidifies the stance that the bears have that we are going to close, well, we're going to descend into a 15-month crypto winter, a bear market that like lasts forever. So it's kind of strange to see all this green, to be perfectly honest, but we'll see what's going on because I think it could just be a bull trap. It could just be like, oh, we reached our bottom. Let's get back in. It could be something like that. And, or we could have, you know, it could be the other way around. It could just really be like like a recovery rally, like a short-term relief rally that goes up for the week. It makes everybody happy for Thanksgiving. And then, you know, maybe bounces off maybe a 98K resistance level or something, but we'll see. So I have Bitcoin open here on the weekly, and yeah, so yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it was right about here. This is probably right about here what we're going to test. This 98K that I had in the past weeks ago said this was going to be support, and we broke right through it. So maybe this is going to be resistance right now, if that does happen. Now, things could just turn sour in a few hours, right? We got the weekly close in roughly 2 hours from now, and it is going to solidify the fact that we are in a bear market, right? The definition of a bear market is a 20% decline from a previous all-time high, which is what's going on right now. But is this like the crypto winter bear market? Probably not, but a lot of bears think it is, and that's why I'm surprised we got so many green bubbles out there. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I got my comment display fixed yesterday in my live stream. For some strange reason, it just wouldn't pop up. And when I ended it and I started troubleshooting it, it just simply worked. So I don't know what happened. So it just didn't want to work for my live stream. But yeah, what's going on? We are pumping. We got some good pumps across the board. Still skeptical. I still sold a lot on Kraken, a lot of my bags on Kraken. I did not, however, transfer a lot of my tokens from my Tangent and 1Key wallets to Kraken. I just, whatever I had on Kraken, I sold a lot. I put in stop losses. It went down. It sold, and it kept going down. And I put in my buy stop losses so I can buy back in. And only one of them is triggered at this point. I guess as of an hour ago, last time I checked, but one of them I bought back into Tau. But I mean, I don't know, it's all good. I will see what happens. If we start rallying right now for this week and we get like a green week, then I don't know, maybe I'm just getting back in, but I'm really skeptical about what's going to happen. Skeptical about what's going to happen today, in a few hours, tonight, and especially tomorrow. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's unusual. Here's something I was looking at. Now, I've been showing this in my last two videos. Well, my last video yesterday and my live stream yesterday. This is the long-term holder supply, net position change. So the red below the line indicates that, let me just show the recent history, indicates that long-term holders, the OGs of Bitcoin that have bought tons and tons of Bitcoin going back 15 years, 17 years and so on, and they have like $100 million worth of Bitcoin and so on. So they have been nonstop selling recently. And what do you know? Today they're selling again, and it's just like this huge spike right in the opposite direction. They're just selling like crazy today, and they keep selling. And for me, it's like, I'm telling you, man, I can't make heads or tails of it. I just can't make heads. Like, why the hell? If you just waited 17 years and you got like $100 million worth of Bitcoin, and why didn't you just? Why are you selling it Well, like why? I don't understand. Like why you selling it? You could have sold it a couple of months ago and it was 120, or you could have just. Why are you selling it in a bottom, a local bottom prior to a cycle top? Like what the hell is? If anybody can make any sense of that, just let me know. I just like what the hell? I don't understand it. Like, can you waited like 16, 17 years, 18 years, or whatever it is, and you want to sell like 1,000 Bitcoin? You just wait all this time. Why can't you wait a couple more months to get out of this bottom? I don't know, man. God, I'm crazy. Jerry the Turtle is gonna pump. Thinking of getting another big bag of realistic product. Yeah, I know. Everything is at a bottom right now. I mean, geez, what Jerry the Turtle is like, what, like 2 million? Yeah, I don't know about price predictions. Like my target for Jerry the Turtle has always been at least 100 million. And depending on what happens, you know, up to 1 billion. But if we do get a post money supply top type of a post money supply top type of Bitcoin cycle top, that's going to happen in 2027. I keep saying it. It's going to happen in 2027, and it's probably going to be humongous. It's going to be absolutely huge, but you got to wait 2 years, right? I mean, it's yeah, I mean, it's crazy. What's going on? Gas for $1 by 2027. I hope so. I hope it'll be more than that if we get a realistic, ultra mega huge cycle top for 2027. We'll have to wait a while though. It's not going to happen right now. Hoping we do get a rally. We need that interest rate cut first, but yeah, I mean, look, so huge. This is the funny thing. 6 billion in shorts will be wiped out if Bitcoin adds another 10,000, which will actually be funny, but I don't think it's going to happen. But who the hell knows? If market makers will play that game, and it will be, if they're actually that funny, and they'll do that and they'll send it shooting up. So if Bitcoin goes up, what is it right now? So if Bitcoin is 87, yeah, right. If we bounce off, if 98K is resistance and it's 87 right now, that is another 10K pretty much. And that'll wipe out all these shorts. So we'll see what happens. If we get a Thanksgiving week relief rally, that'll happen starting right now, which is odd because if we close 2 weeks in a row below the 50-week moving average, then the bears, have their talking point. Hey, I told you so. We're in a bear market, and it's going to last 1.5 years. So it's odd that we're green today. No, I think this is a 6-year cycle. I mean, based on everything that I've looked at, this is totally a 6-year cycle. I mean, you'd more easily convince me this is a 7-year cycle than a 5-year cycle. It's not possible. That's why I keep telling you guys. This year looks like it's 2019 to me. In 2019, we got an end of QT. We're getting the end of QT right now. In 2020, we had our money supply top, right? Peak QE, the money printing in 2020. We're going to get that money supply top next year in 2026, right? We had stimulus checks in 2020. We're probably going to get those dividend checks from tariffs next year if we do, right? We had a sudden drop of interest rates in 2020. We're going to get that in 2026, right? All that happened in 2020, and then the top was in 2021. So like it really looks like 2019 right now, which implies the top is in 2027. If something goes wrong, and delays all that, then the top could be in 2028. But I think we just had this sort of like postponement of the cycle in general, with the incredible amounts of inflation that we had never seen before, and that caused a correction of about like over a year, right? Because we had the money supply decreasing in size, right? Rather than going up, it was going down because money was being destroyed out of the system, right? And interest rates went through the roof. Inflation was, at the highest since like early 1980s or something like that. So that was something that like really postponed this cycle from even starting, I would say. What cycle they have to before there's an yeah, it's the 50-week moving average. Hold on, let me so it's right here. So the 50-week, in order to, well, to be fair, like, what is a bear market, right? I mean, we are in a bear market right now, right? But are we in the crypto winter bear market that they say is going to happen for the next year and a half? Yeah, it's right here. It's 102. You see, is this line is the 50-week moving average. So we have to close. We have to close. So last week we closed below it, and now we're obviously going to close below it again. So we're not even. We were crashing down right through it last week on Sunday, and then in 2 hours from now we're going to get the close. So it's not going to go from 87K up to 102 in the next 2 hours, unless the market makers want to play jokes on us. But it's not April Fool's Day, so I don't know. Yeah, we gotta wait too. Yeah, but here's the thing, we gotta wait another 2 years for all of that to go on. But I mean, we have a lot of time to accumulate. A lot of time to swing trade, a lot of time to take advantage of any other token that's going to pump. Like me and my community, right? We get all these plays like super early, right? We just like 2.5 weeks ago now or something like that. We did the 130x on de-aging AI, so we get those plays in there. So that's my whole point: to get in all these other tokens and multiply the size of my bags. And then I'm going to have an insane amount of money, and I'm going to use a lot of that to buy more Caspa. And then I'll be ready. I'll be really ready for, I don't really buy more Caspa, maybe buy more Bitenzer, I buy more Tau. I'm also become really bullish on Litecoin, but yeah, just to stack, a lot of that for the 2027 cycle top. I think it's, I don't know, I'm fine with it. I think it's pretty cool. You just have to learn how to play the game. It is what it is, so you got to make the most of it. And I think it's pretty damn good. This downfall is manipulated. Yeah, I mean, of course, it was manipulated. Yeah, I know but it's strange. It's Oh, did I close that? This right here. It's strange. It's like this indicates right here. The long-term holders, the OG Bitcoin holders are selling like right now. I don't know. It's really strange. But yeah, I think we're just going to start flying. I think hopefully with that interest rate cut, and we're just going to have it's going to be like none of this ever happened. We get that interest rate cut on December 10th. It's going to be like, we're going to be like all the way up here. It's going to be like, but we'll see. Yeah, Binance is fine price. Well, yeah, a new Fed chair. The supposedly the chairman is going to be picked by Donald Trump, and he wants, Donald Trump wants to be really dovish on interest rates, and just he definitely wants to lower them. So definitely, yeah. I'm too bearish? What are you talking about? Oh, I was saying, you're bearish too? Am I bearish? I'm bearish for like right now. I'm bearish for the next 2 hours and what's going to happen next week. I'm not bearish. I'm not saying that we're going into a crypto winter for the next year and a half. I'm saying like, we should probably go, we should be, realistically, we should be red right now. I mean, based on this, like this huge spike of the long-term holders continuing to sell their supply, we should be red right now. Combined with 2 weeks of closing below the 50-week moving average, and then it sort of reinforces the bears. I don't know why we would be so. Did I close? Yeah, did I? Crypto bubbles. I don't know why it would be so green today at a time like this. It's really strange, but it is what it is. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we'll see what happens if they push Bitcoin up another 10K to just to liquidate everybody else. So we'll see. I don't know. And then what happened? What, we get a green week? We get like a single green week, and then maybe we go down again for the next week, the following week, right? And then maybe up again after the interest rate cut. Fingers crossed that we get it. We'll see. It's a rocky ride right now, I think. Yeah, we've seen these pumps every 3 to 4 weeks, and then it goes back to the same old crap. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like the market manipulators are like, they're effing with us, right? They're playing with us, right? Yeah, we've seen these pumps, and then, yeah, we just go back to the same crap. Yeah, just keep on bottoming out. And they're playing with us. They're making us, they're draining our energy and bringing us to a psychological low. Oh, you're looking at the title? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think this is, for me, this right here. I think we're in a bull trap right now. I don't understand. I just, I mean, like, I don't understand why these guys are selling for the life of me. Why the hell, if you have like thousands of Bitcoin that you bought like 17 years ago, why the hell would you be selling at a local bottom? Like, what the hell? Because if you look right here, if you go back to the history, right? They were selling over here during the Trump pump of last year. When things were pumping like crazy, that's when you sell, right? And then tariff season came, the whole tariff fiasco, and things started crashing down, and they're hodling again, and they're accumulating, which makes sense, right? But why the hell right now, we're at a local bottom, in theory, before a good rally, a good top that should happen like next month or so on. Why would they be selling now? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. We're in a bear trap. Yeah. I think that this I mean, like, this whole thing, these 5-6 weeks worth of candles is like a giant bear trap, I would say. But today, for like whatever hourly candle we have right now, if we switch this to the hourly, I think this is like some sort of a bull trap right now. That people are thinking, oh, we're recovering, let's get back in, and then it's going to go back down again. I mean, that's what makes sense to me. But we have to consider the fact that they can manipulate the market. If they want to wipe everybody out, and send Bitcoin up another 10K, and then wipe everybody out, liquidate everybody, and then 98K will be resistance. That sounds logical too. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Interesting game, this crypto. Makes you shave off a few years of your life because your nerves can't handle it after a while. But yeah, look at this bullish news. So Solana ETFs have seen 19 consecutive days of inflows. Yeah, so there's bullish news across the board. I mean, we should hopefully have an end of year rally. So we'll see. Yeah, here's another one. Crypto conditions signal unlikely chance of major capitulation. So the crypto market hasn't reached euphoric levels, which means less reason to expect a major landslide, according to Lynn Alden. Yeah. So we haven't hit euphoric levels this cycle. Therefore, there's less of a reason to expect a major kind of capitulation. Alden said in a recent episode of What Bitcoin Did podcast. The cycle will go on for longer than people can expect. Here we go. The cycle will go on for longer than people can expect because it's not driven by the halving. There you go. Like I wish I had a button here that says exactly. It's driven by broader macro and interest in the asset itself. So yeah, I mean, this is, here we go, 2027. I'm telling you, 2027 top. So I think this right here, this is just a blip. This is just a blip, and it's like, again, looks like 2019. Over and over again. It looks like we're in 2019 right here. This is like, it looks like this right now. We're in this right now. If you look at this chart, we're in this, and then we're gonna start going up. So hopefully we'll get a nice rally. Hold up. 1 second. What else we got going on here? Yeah, hit that like button, you guys. Hit that like button. So many people out of the market. So many people are bearish. They're like, oh, crypto is dead. You know, like, we're in a crypto winter, and I'll check back in the next year or a year and a half or something. And like, my subscribers, everything is down dramatically. It's like, because people think they're taking a break for the next year, and they're going to be in for a nice surprise. So hit that like button, get the word out. This is no goddamn crypto winter that's going to last for 15 months. Oh yeah, there's all this controversy going around about Zcash. People claiming that Zcash is supposedly is stealing thunder from Bitcoin, and supposedly going to dethrone Bitcoin of all stupid. I mean, like, so Bloomberg's Eric, what is this? Balchunas says Zcash will dilute political and cultural support for Bitcoin as critics accuse the privacy coin of manufactured hype, which is kind of stupid. So in a recent post on X, it says that Zcash has third-party candidate vibes like Gary Johnson or Jill Stein, arguing that pushing a separate privacy coin risks splitting the vote when Bitcoin needs unified political and cultural support, which is kind of dumb. I don't understand, like, Zcash of all things. So, like, who in their right mind with hold on. Who so what is it? Third party? Yeah, who in their right mind would actually think that? So this guy right here, where is it? Armand, founder of and CEO of Timestamp, dismissed the idea that Bitcoin supporters are pivoting to Zcash. Bitcoin supporters are pivoting to Zcash. My God, dude. I don't know a single Bitcoin maxi that thinks about Zcash at all. Exactly, right? I mean, like, well, duh. I look at this, of all things bizarre, look at Zcash's chart. Now, Zcash, I don't know a lot of detail about Zcash and the tokenomics, but I can tell you about how bad the tokenomics are just by looking at the chart. Look at its all-time chart, and then now look at its market price. So you would think that if you were hodling Zcash, you would be up like 20x right now, right? But in reality, you're probably down, or if not, like if you bought it back in 2018, mind you, that's after the rally, right? So after the 2017 top. But if you bought it in 2018, look at the price right here in the middle, right? Look, I'm hovering over. It was $700. Look at the price today. You would be down. You have this huge pump that looks like this, a 2,000% pump. And yet if you bought it like 8 years ago, you would still be down. That's how horrible Zcash is. Now, Zcash is a proof of work from what I understand. And the only way that works out is that there would have been a pre-mine, right? It's sort of like the same way that meme coins are pre-minted, and then the founders of the meme coins have, you know, an allocation. So it'll be the same thing. So they launched the coin internally, pre-mined a certain amount of it, and they just started releasing it to the to the market over time. So the price just stayed stagnant, almost level all these years, even though more and more people were buying into it and the market cap was increasing. So who in their right mind, I'll say it again, I don't know a single Bitcoin maxi that thinks about Zcash at all. It's ridiculous. If anything, if any of the Dino tokens would be replacing Bitcoin, it would be Litecoin. But Litecoin is, again, it's proof of work, but it's also fair launched, and it has a privacy feature as well. Like, why on earth would you choose Zcash? It's like laughable. Like, for the life of me, this is kind of crazy that Zcash has done this. This is strange. I guess the market makers push it up so they can get people talking about it, and then anybody gullible out there is going to FOMO into Zcash. It's like, it's really not a good investment. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. So then, yeah, this is another one somebody sent in my group. Was it just yesterday or the day before? This comparing Zcash to. So Bitcoin Cash is another one. Bitcoin Cash is, again, proof of work. Hands down better than Zcash. It's like I don't. So like Bitcoin Cash, from my understanding, if I remember correctly from back in the day, Bitcoin Cash broke away, forked from Bitcoin, and its aim was to increase this block size, so therefore increasing speeds, increase the block size in terms of megabytes, right? And what that would do would increase the speed, so it became faster. But the decentralized aspect, when that's done, the decentralized aspect gets a little bit shaky, because now you need more file size in terms of space on a hard drive, to run a full node. So now it's like you only have to have like a industrial size computer or something like that to, just to run a node, rather than just anybody or something like that. So that's where you lose some of this decentralization, because less people run nodes because of that upgrade. But I don't know, Zcash of all things is kind of crazy. Keep saying I was looking at Grayscale's list of assets earlier this year, and I was laughing like how dumb they are to have Zcash. And apparently they started pumping it, so hey. What else we got going on? Oh yeah, other stuff. This is another thing I found out. So Sailor put, there's a lot of, I guess, this like concern about MicroStrategies. As long as Bitcoin goes up, he says, as long as Bitcoin goes up 1.25% a year, we can pay the dividend forever. If Bitcoin stops going up, we've got 80 years to figure out what we're going to do about that. So they're in profit so much they can pay their dividends out to their shareholders for 80 years. It's kind of crazy, huh?
Bitcoin's appreciating about 50% a year for the past 5 years. We expect it'll appreciate about 30% a year for the next 20 years. And we offer these credit instruments that pay about 10% dividend yield in the form of a return on capital dividends. And so it's a pretty strong business model. If you want to work out the math, as long as Bitcoin goes up 1.25% a year, the company can pay the dividend forever and create more shareholder value. If Bitcoin stops going up 0% forever, we got about 80 years to figure out what we're going to do about it.
Yeah. Whereas going back to the other thing with Bitcoin, though, Bitcoin has to increase at a certain rate every single cycle, because otherwise it's going to have too much of a tax on the miners, right? It's going to be too expensive to mine, and once that happens, if Bitcoin value doesn't keep going up, then it's going to be like, it's just going to be worthless to mine. So then the next thing is going to step into place is going to be like, hey guys, you ever heard of something called Caspa? So we'll see what happens as time goes on. But hold on. All right, guys, I think I'm going to have to sign off pretty much. But before you do, take a look at these nice, beautiful yachts. These nice, beautiful yachts over here. So click the link in the description below. One day, me and my members are going to be chilling in one of these things. So here we go. Whoops. And click that like button, that subscribe button. Like I told you, we need more subscribers around here. And I will catch you guys later.